phrase labor of love is thrown around pretty loosely in today's world, but 71-year-old Mac McDonald and Patty's Pretzels take it to a whole new level.
Patty was my wife for 24 years, and I was a school teacher back in another century ago, back in 64 to 80 down in California. And one of my co-teachers moved up here to Oregon, and after a few years called me and came down, and he said, you know, I've got a niece that I think you should meet. And she's a pretty cool lady.
After meeting at a friend's barbecue, the two started dating and eventually married. They had a son, Jason, and moved to Hawaii to seemingly settle down for good. But it was there that Patty was diagnosed with breast cancer, forcing the McDonalds to relocate back to Oregon.
Moved back here in '90 because she'd developed cancer, breast cancer. Beat it then, and 12 years later, it came back in 2001, and she lasted 4 more years and died in 2005.
And people ask me all the time how I'm doing, and I tell them, this moment not too bad, but don't ask me later. And I've also said, you know, this is Patty's party, but I might cry if I want to, so that's okay.
There's a difference between losing your mom and losing your spouse, and they're both really hard in different ways. And it was difficult. It was extremely difficult.
After a long period of grieving, Mac and Jason found a way to honor Patty's legacy, and they would end up doing it through one of her favorite holiday traditions.
Every Christmas time, we would, one of the things she loved to do was to make candy and treats for the people. Instead of packages, we'd give out treats. And one of the items that we made were pretzels, seasoned pretzels. Over the years, after she passed away, my son Jason and I would make these and give them to people each Christmas. And one, about 1.5 years ago, we made a batch, and one of the people that he worked with, or his wife worked with, was Amber, one of our partners now. They worked for Pacific Continental Bank, and David, her husband, got these and tasted them and said, hey, these are way too good to be just given away as gifts. We need to start a company.
She started giving them away, you know, a long time ago when she was still here, and friends and family loved them, and it became so popular. She had a lot of people addicted to them before she passed away.
Not only would Patty provide the inspiration to make pretzels again, Mac and Jason would end up using her own recipe as well.
We started out with the regular, what we call classic, and it's the pretzels design and seasoned that she came up with. And then as time went on, we decided to do some other things. This is the milk chocolate. Thank you. Yeah. We came up with a pretzel that we call Fiesta, one bean and cheese, one that's chili, and then on Christmas last year we came up with one called Holiday Spice, which is a sweet one and a sweet salty one.
And they're not done expanding. Companies looking at selling gift baskets and creating new flavors.
We're just about ready to bring out a 6th variety because we've had a ton of people that have said, hey, we want a hot one.
But no matter how much success the company will have, they're not forgetting why they started making pretzels again in the first place.
When you start out, you do something that you enjoy, and it's always important to remember, I think, that when you start a business, you did it for a reason. And unless you constantly remind yourself why you started that business, anything that you do is going to become a job, and it's no longer going to be fun.
But you know, it's just something that's good for all of us, and the kids are having a good time doing it. And we just have, it brought us together, and it actually brought another family together because I was by myself. And now I have that much more extended family, and their kids, David and Amber's kids. So, yeah, I love it. See how good Mommy looks? I'm so proud of her for all her good work.